Hi there, Laura here from Get Organized HQ, and I want to talk to you about how you can fall in love with your home. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is why does it even matter? Do you really need to be in love with your home? And I think it makes such a difference in your day-to-day life if your home is a place where you love to be, where the people in it love to be. And nobody wants that feeling of walking in the door at the end of a long day and facing more overwhelm and stress. Instead, you want that feeling of walking in and feeling like that breath of fresh air, relief, like this is a place where I can put my feet up and relax and be myself. And for some of us, and I am included in this, it sounds easy, right? Like just fall in love with your home, make it a haven, but it's a lot harder than it sounds. So I want to talk about some ways we can make it a haven. And I also want to tell you a little bit about my story. I know I haven't shared that a lot on this channel, but one of the reasons why this is so important to me, it surprises a lot of people now to learn that when I was younger, like a teenager, college years, in my 20s, I was probably the most shy person you would ever met if you had met me. And I have multiple people who can attest to this. It was true. I was painfully shy. The world was just a scary place. And I don't know why. I actually had no traumatic experiences. Like nothing happened to make me this way. I was just afraid of the world. And really the truth is there are so many things out there in the world that we just can't control. As I'm filming this, there's a snowstorm coming tomorrow. I think the kids are going to be off school. I don't really have any control over that. Politics, weather, anyone else, there's just so many things we don't have control over. But our home is a place that we actually can have a good deal of control over, and we can make it one of those places. And for me, being so shy, home was just the place where I came and I just felt that sigh of relief. I felt like I could be myself. And I personally want that for myself and all the people that I invite into my home. I want them to feel that. So let's talk a little bit about how we can do that. Now, I can't give you an exhaustive list of every single thing that you can do, but the first and the easiest thing that I think you can do is to declutter. And the reason I say that is, of all the different things you can do, decluttering is actually one of the easiest. You're not adding things, you're literally taking something away. You do need to be diligent and persistent, but with a lot of diligence and persistence, you can do this. And if you do that alone, you're saving yourself so much extra work, because every time I take an item and I get rid of it, like I give it away, I throw it away if it's garbage, or I take it to a donation center, I never have to touch it again. I never have the mental energy need of thinking about that item, maintaining that item. It's gone. And I can tell you that when I walk into a space, and this happens to me, that's cluttered. Recently, I was busy. I let my bedroom get cluttered. I mean, there was just a ton of returns sitting at the floor near the foot of my bed, waiting to be returned. There was stuff on my dresser. That's where I sometimes watch TV, and I would stare, watching TV, at this junk. My makeup table had junk on it. It was just junk. And I literally it probably took a good hour to clean everything up, got it put away. Now when I walk in there, there is not a single thing on the surfaces that is out of place, and I feel like a different person. So just getting rid of the clutter can be a huge help. And it's okay if it takes a while. Start a little at a time. Start with one room, whatever room you're in the most. Get that clear of clutter so you can have that feeling when you go in that room. Another thing I have done recently to help me fall back in love with my home is I've made it my own without worrying about what everyone else thinks, without worrying about whether or not it looks good on Pinterest or Instagram. And this has actually been a little bit of a challenge, because as a online person, I do share pictures of the inside of my home, and sometimes I'm thinking, ooh, I'm pretty sure this doesn't follow the design rules. I'm not supposed to be so matchy-matchy. What if people don't like this? I let that go. And for years, let me tell you this, I hardly decorated my home at all. I kept saying, I'm gonna get to it. It took 2 years to get anything on the wall. Literally when you would come in, it kind of looked like we just moved in, because there was nothing on the walls. And the reason that is only because I was too afraid of doing it wrong. I was like, ooh, I don't know, I want it to be perfect. And I just didn't do anything. And finally, a couple years ago, I don't even think anything really happened. I just decided, you know what? I'm ready to make this feel like a home. I've decluttered. I don't have clutter, but I want to put the things around me that I love. And I don't actually care if it's magazine worthy or what anyone on the internet thinks about it. And that has made all the difference. Now I don't have that fear. When I bring a piece in, when I put it up, the only question I ask is, do me and my family love it? And that has helped give me the freedom to go out there and try things and make it into something that really feels like a home, and we're surrounded in the things that we love that make us smile. For example, I used to think I would never decorate seasonally, and now I love it. Like, I go all out for Valentine's Day. It's my favorite decorating holiday. I just love hearts. I love pinks and reds. So I just go all out and I own it. So if you come anytime in January or February, you're gonna see hearts and pinks and reds everywhere, and I love it. So I wanna give you permission. If there's something you've been wanting to try or do for your home, go ahead and do it. Maybe it's decorating. Maybe it's the way you organize that's really different than anyone else. Or you do something weird like I've done in my previous homes where I turned my coat closet into a pantry because I didn't have one. I wanna give you permission to do any of those things that you wanna do to make it your own. It needs to be a place where you feel good. And one of the other things that you need to fall in love with your home is you need a plan and you need systems and organization. Now, this one is pretty broad and I could probably make 20 videos on this topic. And I know it's really easy to hear someone say that and think, oh, well, yeah, that's easy. I just need some systems. I need to get organized, no problem. But when you actually go to do it, it's not easy. Even for me as a full-time organizing, I don't know what to call myself, blogger, product creator, entrepreneur, I sometimes struggle with just not knowing where to start or what to try, and with that feeling of oh, there's all these things I want to do, where do I start? So that's where I think you need to be willing to get some help. There's all sorts of things available, and I think one of the beauties, while a lot of the things online can be a distraction, they can also help us. So when you go on and you see how other people have done things, don't feel like you have to do it exactly the same way, but use that as a springboard and a starting point to give you some ideas of what to try. And in fact, we have, depending on when you're watching this video, a Fall Back in Love with Your Home sale. We're gonna have a mystery deal, a different deal each day. And there's all gonna be things that are going to help you get organized and set up these systems in your home. And all of these are gonna walk you through step by step so you're not left floundering on your own trying to figure it out. So if you're interested in that, be sure to click the link down below and sign up for that. You'll only get it if you are signed up, and we will help you as much as we can to create that home that you love.